Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Connor Semscure, and holy fuck, that feels so weird to say. Jesus Christ, it's been so long. What's going on, guys? World War II is here finally. Haven't played video games in like 6 months, but you know what, dude, it's fucking all good because I'm already back shitting on kids. This is some gameplay here of a GB dubs match I was playing earlier, and the bar is crazy. I'm just gonna go over everything about World War II. It's really fucking awesome to be back playing again. I'm not gonna go on a limb and just say, oh, I'm back on YouTube 100% full grinding every day, because that's just not realistic. I'll get into that later, but we're gonna go over World War II, what I like, what I don't like, and what I think should be changed. So first and foremost, this game, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's awesome. I'm really loving it. I did play the beta a decent amount when it was out, but there was no SND in there. You know, it wasn't the full game, so I didn't have like a full solid opinion on it, but I did enjoy the beta while it was out. But here we are now, full game's out, playing GBs and stuff, and I love the GB integration. That needs to be fixed. That'll be on my list in a little bit, but let's talk about what I like about the game. I would say that the core fluent like just system of the game, where like, you know, you're actually playing, shooting people and stuff, is great. The game itself, great. Everything about the fucking inside of the game when you're actually playing, amazing. I think the only problem really is what's surrounding the game as far as menus and just little things. So what I think needs to be changed first and foremost is that 15-second class switch timer. If you guys remember in COD 4 Remastered, basically every classic COD, every COD up until IW, I think, and this was one of the biggest problems with IW, you had to switch your class. I think you got 3 or 5 seconds to switch your class at the beginning of the round. You didn't get 15 seconds, which is really stupid to me, because that mechanic always like kind of demonstrated like strategy, if you ask me. Because, you know, on COD, let's say COD 4 for example, you'd put on an extreme conditioning SMG, you'd get to a place, and then you'd class switch, and that was a really good mechanic, and if you did it correctly you could really take advantage of that. But that's not in this game, which really sucks, and that was one of the biggest problems with IW in my personal opinion. But anyways, they could probably fix that in a patch, and like I said, a lot of these things, a lot of these issues that I have with the game, they can be easily fixed with just a patch. The game itself is perfectly fine. I don't think they need to adjust too much as far as the actual game goes, so that's good. They got the hard part right. They just need to make these little changes, and I think we're in for a really good year. Moving on, I think that the bar does need a slight nerf. This gun's absolutely outrageous. You just melt people. Kind of reminds me of the ACR a little bit. I'll always make an MW2 reference. You can put me in fucking any game, and I'll always kind of my mind is engraved into that game. The amount of hours I have on that is just disgusting. But I'll always, no matter what game I'm playing, I'll make a reference to MW2. I still call fucking the airstrikes on COD 4 precision airstrikes, like they were in MW2 and stuff, and I'll just always go back to that game. It's my fucking shit. But anyways, yeah, man, I think they do need to nerf this bar. It's just absolutely incredible. I think the map USS Texas, I was playing a match on there, and I could literally just go and just map people, just a little, pepper them across the map like it was nothing, instantly get a quick headshot, and boom, first blood. So that definitely needs to be toned down a little bit. The SMGs overall, I think, need a little bit of a buff. I don't think they should buff them completely like how they were in the beta, because then it's kind of outrageous and out of hand, and ARs don't have a role. But if they do it correctly, I think we should be like in a perfectly balanced like form. I think the range is just too short on them, and I know they're fucking SMGs. They're not supposed to be great at range, but like the PPSH and some of those SMGs are just pea shooters at range, which is kind of annoying. So if they could add maybe a little bit more range to the subs and buff them, in general, I think we should be good, and that'll balance things out a little bit. Moving on, I don't really like the gun sounds that much. They all kind of sound like they have a silencer on them, and you know, we're playing World War II, a really gritty game and a really gritty time in history. I would think we'd get these really like sluggish, loud, obnoxious gun sounds that just kind of show how rough and rugged war really was, but we didn't really get that. They kind of sound like pea shooters for the most part, so that kind of sucks. I wish that you know, they kind of went back with that. I don't think they're gonna change the gun sounds at this point, just that the final game is out, so the odds of that happening is really unlikely, so it's whatever. But moving on, the game isn't that optimized for the PS4 Pro. Don't get me wrong, it looks good and the game is gorgeous, but not to the degree where I thought. Like when I played COD 4 for the first time on the PS4 Pro, I could not believe how fucking clear the game was. The graphics are good, don't get me wrong, but not to the degree of COD 4, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. The last thing that I have to critique really is that you can't YY. After playing COD 4 for a year, I'm just super used to YYing and reload canceling by YYing and stuff, so the fact that that's not in here kind of sucks, and it's just going to take some getting used to. Sledgehammer does have a track record with not liking YYs that much. Just if you look back at MW3, that was the first game they ever worked on. That game didn't have YYing, AW didn't have it, and this game doesn't either, so I guess it's just Sledgehammer's style. Not particularly my favorite, but you know what, I'll suck it up. Most of these problems with the game are not like huge tragic issues that'll break the game. Like I can totally get by if I can't fucking YY. It's not that big of a deal. Really my number one complaint, if I had to give one, is that 15-second timer at the beginning to switch classes, and that's not that big of a deal anyway. So I don't know, man. I think Sledgehammer did a really good job. They threw us into this futuristic thing, and I think they're doing a pretty good job taking us out of it. So what do you guys think about World War II? I'm gonna try to post when I can. I don't get home till fucking 9 o'clock some nights, and I just don't have the time like I used to post every day, so I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do that, but if I'm fucking playing COD and I'm in the mood for a video, you better fucking expect one. So that's basically where I'm gonna leave it. Nade spots and God spots will come soon, I promise. I'm gonna just, you can fucking put it on record right now, I'm going to work on those videos and they will come out eventually. I got like 1,000 tweets of people asking. I just want to play the game and get a really good grasp of the game, so that way I'm not making stupid spots that are going to be irrelevant in a month. I want these spots to last you the whole year. People reference those God spots and nade spots up until the very last month of MWR. I want these videos to be exactly the same, and I don't want to rush them out and have just stupid spots that aren't going to work in 6 months. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Those videos will come eventually. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like, rating, and follow me on Twitter for updates. And that's that. See you guys in the next one. Peace.